purchased PDF Editor 6 Professional and you want to create a fillable PDF file that you can send to your clients and have them actually type the stuff in on their computer rather than having to print it out and handwrite it. And this video will assume that you've created the form in something like Microsoft Word and saved it out as a PDF that you can't fill out. And what I've got here is just a Queensland Government form that I have grabbed to use as an example, but the form could be anything. And so you can imagine doing all of this up in Word, saving it out as a PDF, and then loading it into PDF Editor 6 to do the form work on. So the first thing you're going to want to do is add a lot of text fields. So if we scroll down this form, you can see here in part 1, we've got some text fields. So so you need to put some text fields on here. So in PDF Editor 6, you want to go to the Form tab. You can see you have all the menu tabs up here. It's the Form tab that we want. And then there's all these tools here in the middle that let you add different kinds of controls to the form so that you can do different things depending on what you're trying to achieve with the form. So the first thing we'll do is we'll do a text box. So we'll just click the text box and we'll just plonk it here like that, and then that's just a left click and it drops it there. Then I can grab the corner and actually adjust it to the size that I want, and then once that's done I can make some changes to it. So I can open that up, I can call this whatever I want to call it. I can give each of the fields a name. I can give them a tooltip, which that's the little message that pops up if people hover their mouse over it. So you can give them instructions. If you want, you can change some of the appearance and whatnot features of the thing, but most of it you will just want to leave all of that pretty much as it is. If you get advanced, you can do calculated fields and things. And the other thing that might be useful in this particularly is to make it a required field. So if you make it required, then they'll be insisted upon filling that out. So we can close that, and now we have the IA number field, and then you can continue to do that for however many fields that you need, and you can just adjust them to put where they need to go. So basically when you make the form in Word, you would just leave spaces where these boxes are going to go, and then you bring it in here and just add the boxes in. You can see here that you've got some checkboxes that you might want people to be able to tick. So you can just add a checkbox, just click the checkbox button, plonk it there. So you could leave those spaces blank in the Word document, or you could put squares in like they've got here. And I'll just zoom in a bit. You can just mouse wheel to zoom, and I can make that exactly where it needs to be. And then I could do another one. I could do it here, scroll down and just make it exactly the right size, and then I can go back and edit the properties. I can name it and do all that sort of stuff. And basically you just work your way down the form, adding these form elements over the top of the spaces where all of this information has to go. And you can do things like radio buttons if you want. You can do combo boxes where you could have a list of options. I'll show you what that looks like. Just plonk one there. So you just go in here and you go into options and you just add the different options, and then the user, when they get to the actual finished product, will be able to drop this arrow down and choose those options. So if you've got a form where there's only sort of 3 different answers or 6 different answers and they have to choose one of those answers, not create their own, you can just make a combo box so that they can choose the right answer. And lastly, what you may want to do is have a signature box. Now, you could just have it so that they print it and sign it. If you want to accept digital signatures, you can click this button here and you can add a digital signature box to the document, and that will have a process by which they will digitally sign the document. Most people still want an actual pen signature, so they just leave a line to sign it with a pen. But if you want to experiment with that, you certainly can. And then basically once you've got all the fields how you want them, you just save the form from here. as any other document and save it as a PDF. And then when you open that in Acrobat Reader, you'll actually be able to fill in all those fields.